Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for clicking in. My name is Yanoki. I'm super excited to share these delicacies with you. Okay, so for my spices, I have some dried herbs, some coriander, cumin, fennel seeds, turmeric, black pepper, pepper flakes. I have a recipe of how you can make all the spices. I'll be leaving them in my link. Okay, there's a playlist, so you check it out. Okay, so what I'm doing, I added a bit of salt to it and I'm mixing everything together. This video is part of the video I shared some time ago telling you what I did with my chicken, that big chicken. So this was one part of the chicken breast and this was what I did with it. So what I'm doing now is to thinly slice the chicken, and once that is done, I'll be rubbing my spices on it. So once I rub the spices on one side, I'll just put it in my bowl, okay, and then flip it over. So then it will give me access to the other sides, and then I'll also rub my spice blend on them. Feel free to use any spices at all that you have. Okay, so once that is done, I'll just cover it and set it aside, okay, so that all the spices can infuse nicely into this chicken. While that is happening, I had this tortilla that I made. Okay, this was 6 days old tortilla. I'll be sharing the recipe with you. Okay, so my veggies are also here, and then I am pouring over my vinegar onto them such that they'll be clean and nice and edible. So into my grill pan, I'm just adding my margarine. Okay, so once that is heated up, I'll add put my chicken and then fry each side for about 5 minutes. The time you fry your chicken really depends on how really thin they are. These were not that thin. In as much as I wanted them very thin, they were not thin. So um after about 5 minutes, I'm able to flip them over. And once that is done, I'll also let the other fry for 4 to 5 minutes. I'm doing this under high heat, and I am not crowding my pan so that the chicken doesn't release their juices. Okay, so high heat, and then this will cook very fast. So maximum time 10 to 12 minutes. We are done. Our chicken is looking all nice and all juicy. Okay, but remember, this really depends on how thin or how thick you're able to cut your chicken. Okay, so now let's come to my veggies. I have sorted out my lettuce nicely, um and then I'm going to add in some cucumbers. Cut them according to how you like them. If you don't want the seeds, take the seeds out. Okay, this is just an idea of some ways you can combine your veggies. Okay, so once that is done, I'm just coming to cut my chicken into my desirable sizes and add it to this salad. Another thing that I'm doing is to shredding this cabbage. There's a lot happening that day. So I shredded my cabbage, and then I'm grating my carrots. So this is going to be set aside for some coleslaw. Okay, like, yeah, similar to coleslaw, not necessarily. Yeah, so once I was done with that and I set that aside, I'll just go ahead and cut my avocado. I love avocados in salad. So whenever they are in season, I don't joke with them at all. So I'll be adding part of these avocados to the salad. I'll be using the other part for the dressing. Okay, so you can watch out on that. Once that is done too, I'll go ahead and cut my tomatoes. My tomatoes, I usually taste it when I'm using for my salad before I cut it. If I taste it and it's not that nice, I take the seeds out. But if I'm satisfied, I leave the seeds on. I'm also cutting my onions this way because it's not everybody that love onion, okay, in salad. So I make it such that you are able to take what you want and add it to your salad. I also squeezed some lemon juice over the avocado because we're not having it immediately to prevent it from discoloring. Okay, so when that is done, I just covered with my cling film, and we are here onto the dressing. So the other part of the avocado, I added some of my dried minced herbs. Okay, and then some lemon juice, and then I'm adding some mayonnaise and salad cream to this. I'll also throw in some of my chili flakes just to give this dressing a kick. Okay, and as I mentioned, a little black pepper as well. So I'll just blend this together, and then I'll be adding this dressing to this salad, which is the cabbage and then the carrot, and stir everything together. This homemade dressing with the avocado tastes absolutely delicious. So once I was done, I was just shredding some of my chicken as well, and then you would see what I made with it. So these are the tortillas. Okay, the tortillas are like 6 days old, so they were not as fresh as I did it the first day. So instead of going with a wrap, I decided to go with this recipe. I just lined up the tortillas in my grill pan, and then this spread. Okay, I'm just putting it all over my tortilla. See, this recipe was a plan B recipe. I actually wanted to make a wrap with my 6 day old tortillas, but I felt like they were too old. So um rolling them would just be a struggle. So you know what? Let me just do it this way. Okay. So the only thing that changed for this, it was going to be the wrap with the coleslaw and the chicken and maybe some vegetables, but I had to put in some cheese, to give it a bit of a pizza feel. Okay, but before I even lined the tortillas in my grill pan, I spread some butter on the grill pan, and this came out so good, guys. It was absolutely delicious, unexpectedly delicious. The crust was a bit crispy because of the butter that I used to grease the grill pan, and it was just so nice. We absolutely loved it. So this is the salad. You get to serve yourself, take what you like, the amount you like, and if you have some sweet corn, please don't spare it. That is if you love it, okay? And this also can go with the homemade salad dressing that we did. Thank you so much for watching, beautiful people. I'll see you again in another video. Please don't forget to like this video. Thank